Welcome Traveler, I'm Free-to-Play and I'm your guide to a successful free-to-play adventure on Terra. Today we'll discuss how good Zenia really is. She's the only unit besides Theo who can hit 2 times its AoE. Only Cecily can do more than that, but that's all she can. Zenia can do so much more than that. She's kind of the dark version of Hayes, because she also has a prio attack which hits 4 times and inflicts a defense down, but elemental wise. Sadly, the elemental defense debuff doesn't also work on her quadruple X attack like it does on Hayes, kind of with his fire attack, but it's on an active level anyway. At least we have the ultimate debuff with prio 4 times single target to make up for that. I have to throw in her A4 accessory now a bit earlier than usual, because that is one impressive accessory here. It decreases elemental defense down by 15% and inflicts poison guaranteed, which is triggering her passive and makes Zenia and her row partner enormously powerful, especially if that is also a dark elemental DPS. Using Black Death when the enemy is poisoned with or without her enormously powerful A4 makes the elemental defense on the enemy a bit lower too, but only 5% on U9, and imagine the enemy has less than 4 shields, so it would be a more efficient break with another unit and switch to Zenia's row partner, which should be your strongest, preferably dark elemental user like Stat with Duskblight to have 2 times the maximum amount of damage, and having Primrose granting 1 additional BP afterwards, so you can use that skill on full BP twice in a row for 400,000 damage. Shaving shields of an entire group of enemies being weak to dark is not a problem now either. Zenia can hit 1 more time than Primrose and inflicts elemental defense down too, and also has a medium chance to inflict poison. By the way, she also has a move which guarantees poison on the enemy and can cap elemental defense all by herself. Her signature move Death Wish Tonic is also very good for units like Lars, who can go to 30% damage up passive every time without any accessory, because he crits now guaranteed because of that deadly mixture. It's also very good for buffing characters to beat the front row of minions of a battle, especially when those buffed units are not needed for the end phase of that battle. You can also time the death of the character now to have a marvelous time. You should prioritize getting her A4 before U10, because it's a more rare effect and stacks with Varkan's A4/Laura's passive or increases the duration of both, which makes every fight with elemental comps so much easier. Frederica's A4 was also very good, but you have to take Frederica with you to make that accessory really worth it, or at least have some unit which can combust the enemy. And if the enemy is immune to combust, we now have Zenia's A4. And if you do use Zenia, then the extra poison infliction, if the enemy is not immune, will make Zenia's row so much more powerful. So I'd recommend having her at least once if you want to buff your elemental teams and missed on Frederica, or you want to push your dark teams to be the masters of darkness. Her awakening stones will be available in the awakening exchange too some days, so keep an eye out for that if you're still high on awakening charts. But that's my opinion. If you think otherwise or have something else to say here, you're welcome to write in the comments or in my Discord group. And if you'd like this channel to class up, I really appreciate a subscription and thumbs up. See you next time, you're free to play.